What if your business is worth way more than you think? Welcome to Sold Stories, Real Business Sales with Jeff and Jenna. And today we are diving into a real sale of a dog grooming salon that started with tears at the consultation table and ended with a six-figure deal for a hardworking business owner. I'm Jenna Armstrong with Transworld Phoenix, and I'm here again with Jeff and Jenna from Transworld, Ontario, California. And this story is for every business owner who's ever felt underwhelmed and overvalued. So, Jenna, I heard we talked a little bit about this earlier, crying tears at the first meeting. How'd that go?
Yes, I mean, this was a seller that was really overwhelmed and undervalued. She has three young kids and also running, employees at the salon, so kind of like more children, right? And she had no idea what her business was worth. She was maybe thinking it was worth like maybe $10,000. And Jeff and I came into the business after it was closed, and she was behind, I'll never forget, she was sitting behind the counter and she was literally like red in the face, like started to tear up as we started talking about being able to help her, to the point that I finally just went over and gave her like the biggest hug and then like held her shoulders and was like, we can help you. And it was, I don't know, it's a moment I'll remember forever.
Absolutely.
That's crazy. So then what did the actual valuation come up with?
Well, after due diligence and running through the numbers and doing a full business evaluation, we ultimately priced it at $200,000. The business was far more valuable than she realized. It had loyal clients. There really was no marketing of it whatsoever, strong cash flow, and some really great stuff, some long-term employees. But the financial records, that's where the challenges began.
Oh, yes, yes, books and records, right? So tell us a little bit about that particular situation. Why was that a deal breaker?
Yeah, well, unfortunately, her bookkeeping wasn't in great shape. She was a really good into the business and making sure all the operational stuff. But when it came to the financial stuff, that wasn't her strong suit. And a lot of business owners, we find that's the same way. So it made it hard for buyers and banks to verify the income. We had it under contract once, but that deal actually fell apart during the loan underwriting stage because the business just couldn't qualify for financing.
Yeah.
But we didn't give up though, right? Like once that contract fell apart, within, I think it was like a week, we'd secured a new buyer. And actually it ended up, that contract was an even better deal for the seller. The buyer ended up putting a significant amount of cash down, and then we did seller financing for the rest, and the seller was thrilled. So like I said, it ended up for her being an even better deal than the first one. So yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, I remember when we were talking about this deal a little bit before, wasn't there something where one of the employees wanted to buy it too?
Yeah, we hear that a lot.
Yeah.
The seller will say, we already have a buyer. In this case, it was an employee, and actually it was her father that wanted to buy it. So of course, the seller wanted to sell it to him. We took all the serious measures to get it done and gave them every chance. They went through the financing process, but ultimately didn't qualify. And the business didn't qualify either at that time. So again, it was the seller that was really kind of disheartened at the point, going, oh my gosh, like I want to do this. What do we go next? So the silver lining was that the actual employee stayed on with a new buyer because she had a peace of mind, because she'd been given every opportunity to actually purchase the business.
Yeah, yeah, that's great. So looking back on this opportunity and everything that happened, what is the one thing that you wish sellers knew?
Well, I think it's important to know kind of two things about the bookkeeping. Like that was one of the really important keys in this that caused some glitches, is two things. You don't need perfect books to start the process. We can help you. We have a great team of people, of bookkeepers, CPAs that can get into your bookkeeping and help you with that. But also know that that is going to be a key piece of it. It's going to take some time to get that done in order to get the right valuation, the right sales price, so that a buyer is willing to pay for the number that you put it up for sale for. And you never know, your business might be worth more than you think.
And that our job just isn't about the marketing, right?
Yeah.
It's managing the emotions. I mean, Jenna did a phenomenal job with again, managing the seller's emotions, expectations, as well as the transaction. So especially when you're overwhelmed, you need a team that can handle the details and have your back. And this allows the business owner to continue doing what they do best, is running the business.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. I talk about this all the time. We talked about it before about having a power team, having a good team behind you. And you know, that this, it really is a roller coaster, right? We're along for this ride for a while, and on this roller coaster, we're here to help. So that's awesome that you
Absolutely.
can help this business owner. Any moments from this particular sale that like really stuck out to you?
Well, of course, that first moment, that we talked about and just the initial like connection that we felt. I think that's one of the reasons that Jeff and I love this business is because we know that we're really helping people. And to meet someone in a place like that where they were just so raw with us, so vulnerable, so emotional. And then to be able to get her like almost $200,000 for her dog grooming business that she thought was worth like 10,000. I mean, that's incredibly rewarding.
Yeah. Yeah, that's super awesome. I'm so glad that you could help that business owner, and that too we have this story where we can help educate other business owners too and let them know that they have options and opportunities, and they just need to ask, right? They need to ask the power team. And
Absolutely.
so if you're a business owner who's feeling overwhelmed, unsure, not even sure where to start, definitely reach out to Jeff and Jenna. They specialize in these transactions and they will help walk you through it all.
Yes, so be sure to like, subscribe the video. If you know of someone who's thinking of selling and send them the story, please share it. We'd love to be able to help more sellers just like this one.
That's Transworld for you, doing good deals for good people. So awesome. I look forward to talking with you guys next time about the next deal.
Sounds good, Jen.
Thanks, Jen.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks.